This is how easy this is. I'm going to run with these bolts, and the reason being, okay. So you guys just saw that. It's simple dimple. I'm going to use theirs. I'm going to put a little Loctite on my exhaust bolts. Listen, here's something a lot of guys don't do. I'm putting red on there.
Friends, good morning to you. Wow, very busy world right now. I feel the vibration and the light of spring coming. There's flowers freaking jumping up everywhere. There's buttons on some of the trees. The native, like we call it, the Indian plum is going. It's here. So I won't spend much time here because you know I can all work the gums pretty good. I want to get back into this video, but this is a ripsaw muffler that I worked with with Eric on, and he's got it in production now. It turns the saw into an animal. I remember a couple years back playing with this, and I took the idea to Eric, and we were at the shop in Pennsylvania at Ripsaw, and we were playing around, and I left him, and we weren't done. I said, let's do this, do that, do that. Anyways, he took this thing to a whole new level, so I'm just going to blast it on the saw. I'm going to show you, but I want to show you a trick. If you're putting pipes on your saws, it does not matter the saw, it doesn't matter, and even if it's your truck, exhaust heats up and contracts. So don't just crank your exhaust up and walk from it and think, that's it, I'm going to work. I've heard so many guys say, oh, my muffler fell off. This is why. Stay tuned.
But I'm literally putting like nothing. I'm going to put a drop on there like that, and I'm going to share it with its partner in the thread. That's all, because red is a little more intense, friends, than blue on the Loctite. But if you just put ever slightly a little bit and just share the threads like this, just give them a wipe, intertwine the threads, I think you're going to be golden. Well, yeah, we're in Lucktown. This is how easy this is, friends. My truck's going to stall, but it might pick up. It might actually pick up. Look at, it's choked. Look at the O-rings coming out of the exhaust. Look at the O-rings. Guess what? It's gonna make it. We're going to cut trees. I'm going to share something with you that you should probably know about doing this type of work. Get them both snug. This is such a small saw. You throw it all around the bench when you're working on it. Unless you put your wrist on it like that and get smart. Okay, it's tight. Now, exhaust. This is only for exhaust. I've experienced this so many times. Somebody will put an exhaust on their car or their truck, and they'll just drive away. That's it. They'll drive. Don't crank on these. You don't need to really crank on these, friends. Of course, get them tight, seal them. Don't throw your big forearm, Devin Larratt forearm at it. Just, that's it. She's snug. Let the rest of it do its own. But here's the trick. Seriously, here's the trick. Watch. I don't know what I got in here for fuel. Is there any fuel in this thing? Yep, there is. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna go out here. You guys will still see me, right?
So friends, let me get something straight. Whenever you tune into one of my videos, I want to help you with something. Simple, plain and simple. So I fired up the saw. I didn't touch the trigger. I wanted to see if the saw would idle on its own and be all right on its own, picking up fuel and running. New muffler, right? These are funky little saws. So now I'm going to bring it up to hot, like hot.
now that I've done that, that's warmed up. So here's what you do. You do this now. Do you see that? Friends, I'm not kidding you. Don't reset your muffler bolts after it's warm. There, I'm done. They went easily a quarter turn, both of them. Now we put this back on and we're going to cut a freaking tree down. And I'm feeling kind of strong. So I think what I'll do, I've got my 2511T with me, but you know, friends, I think I'm going to run the bigger saw today. So how does this go? I like it a lot. Don't overcrank your bar nuts. There's another thing. These are not massive saws. That's it. Don't get crazy. Let's go to work.
Okay, friends, I've done this a couple times on the channel. This is a bigger saw. It's a whatever, 372 with a 32-inch bar on it. And there's ways to pack these saws that people, they always come out with the weight. Why the extra weight? Well, there's a certain way to pack these, and you'll watch fallers are different than tree guys. Just watch how I'm packing this power saw right now. I show you, because it's noisy, so you can't hear me talking, so I'll voice over. Watch what I do here. Just watch my body language and try and pick up what I'm putting down to you right here. Watch how I stand. Watch how I hang. That's a Scotty. No, that's actually a Morgan muffler there. Just giving you a little peeksy poo at that. So I'm just getting warmed up. I haven't been in the trees for a little bit, so I'm making sure my rigging's good. But just see my arms straight there. I'm just going to walk you through this. I'm standing there with a straight back. Okay? Maybe one leg cocked backwards like the old Captain Morgan stance. But I'm not like that. See that? See how that would wear you out doing that. But when you hang the saw off you, just hang it. I can hold that with 2 or 3 fingers and stay straight. My back is straight. The saw is hanging off me. It's actually on my leg. And I think a lot of guys fear that the chain is going to get their leg or something. Long dogs help you with that. You see, so I'm just trying to explain, guys, because believe it or not, I get asked these questions all the time. These saws, when you pack them properly, especially with a longer bar, they're not heavy. They're not, friends. It's just a different program. So I'm just kind of showing you by osmosis here how to pack a saw. We'll get more into depth.
Hey, ArborTech. So I guess ArborTech is a huge force in the arboristical. I don't know about logging. I know they are in the UK. They're massive in the UK. I don't know if many like fallers are using their gear. I know, or I'm talking about in BC. But I'll tell you something right freaking now, friends. These pants, I bought a set quite some time ago, and I need to be able to get my knees up, friends. You're climbing through the bush. You can't have this long crotch hanging down. You go to move, and you can't move your legs. I know you all know what I'm talking about. So I bought a set of these a long time ago. I forget where I got them and when I got them, but I've been running them for a while, and I love them. Well, ArborTech, out of the goodness of their heart, sent me a brand new set of these freakers. They're the Breathe Flex Pros. They're deadly. Actually, Hogan introduced me to them, my boy, who works for Integrated Ops. So it's their first day out. They got me the right length. They sent me the vented ones, but they were too long, so I gave them to Hogan and Ben there, Ben of the Forest there at Integrated. But boys, thank you all so much, sincerely. I freaking love these trousers. Shout out to ArborTech. Just listen to this. Look at this truck. Look at it. Listen to it. This truck's nuts. Anyways, friends, I'm going cutting across the street. I'm starting late, which is normal for me, but I'm popping in on Lukey. I want to see what he's doing. I heard him banging around in here. Let's go see. He was working on a Tassie. Oh, you got a Tassie going?
Yep.
Oh, that's that. Oh, see that.
This is gonna be scary.
You know what's so nice about this axe is this. All that wood to steel. Mm-hmm. The Tassies are let's be honest. And you know what's going to be the beautiful thing about this thing is this arc. This arc is going to enter the wood so nicely. You know, we get our toes worn off axes over the time, but when you have an arc and you know how to split wood and use your tool, you use this piece mainly. So anyways, Luke, beautiful looking axe. Is that a bucking handle?
Of course it is.
Oh, of course it is, he says. Oh yeah, the 31 and a half. And let's have a little peek-see at the grain at that, shall we?
Yeah, this one's money.
Yeah, that is money.
Yeah.
All right. We're here. So years ago, I done a big job in here, tree job in here for Roy. Up over here, he's still burning out stumps. Looks like he's got some sprinkler systems in here. We got to climb here, fir tree. These aren't massive trees. There's a project in here though. He wants afternoon light coming in, the sunset. My house is right there, behind that one, up over the hoof there. And he's got some dead snags in there, some cedar snags. I'm thinking I can get some of them kind of right in here after this little cluster goes. So we got a little job here, friends. We're gonna play around and throw the climbing gear on. I don't want to wreck I could fall one, but I'm not gonna do that. His grass is too nice. He's got a sprinkler system. So I'm just gonna hoof up there in the climbing gear, put the little 201 to work, blast it down, buck it up into firewood, maybe throw an axe around. Oh, what did I do with them axes? I think I left them at the house. No biggie. There they are. They're normal sized trees. Up we go. That fir is the tall one. But we'll get at her here. We'll get this one going first. Friends, my climbing gear. I have a couple of trees to climb and dismantle today. I'm not falling them. I could well, not easily because we got a house here and that, but I'm gonna climb these and they're very enjoyable climbs. Straight up, straight down, bit of hydroline action here to work around. I might take the opportunity to show you just simple like treetop rigging or some foolish old school technique. I'm not sure. It'll see how I feel when I get up there. But I'm gonna talk to you about gear for the layman. A 2-in-1 strap right there, 12-footer, 2-in-1. Okay. I don't double tie in as a rule. I've done it for 25 freaking years. And I just don't double tie in, but I know I'm on the internet and I try to be as best I can. As I'm not the safest guy in town. I'll just say it. I'm not the safest guy in town, but I have a little piece of rigging that I like things super simple. I don't like rigging hanging off me and convoluted weird things. I got a little handsaw with me, pulled me out of the bite more times than I could tell you, right? But I do have a set of brand new Arbor Tech freaking Flex Pros, Breathe Flex Pros from Arbor Tech. They seen that I had a pair that was pretty ragged, and they actually sent me 2 pairs of the new vented pants that they're putting out on the market, and they were the wrong size. But fear not, they went to Hogan and the boys at Integrated Ops. So that's cool. My boy was over supper with my daughter and their mates there last night. It was a wonderful night, but regardless, you're not here for that. Arbor Tech, I want to thank you so much. These freaking pants, friends, I'll just show you what my little setup is here. And it is very simple. I'll back you up so you can actually see me. There we go. My climbing gear is very simple. I always throw my belt on first. It's a Weaver 1085. And I'll tell you, for the layman who's looking for something he can rappel off and be comfortable in, it is a glorious belt. It's very cost effective. It's like wearing a couch, especially if you came off of what I came off of, which is a freaking a piece of leather. And like seriously, friends, a piece of leather. I'm not joking. I climbed on pretty simple stuff in the beginning, and I carried it all the way through my career thus far. So that's it. Boom. She's on the 1085. Let's rock it. Crank up your chest thing so you're not flopping around. I even got eye protection today. Oh yeah, I got it all together today, friends. I got it all together. I'm going to tell you something right now. This belt Friends, I never wore suspenders on climbing belts my whole career until about 6 years ago on freaking YouTube. Because I learned there was an easier way. I'm an old dog, teach me new tricks. Now, friends, I'm not doing a bunch of rigging and I don't need to rappel nowheres. So I've got a couple different sets of ropes. I've got a really nice rappelling rope. It's called my Lifeline. This thing has pulled logs, trees. This thing owes me about nothing. It's my rigging just pack up rope if I'm going to be catching a top or something, and I will rappel off it. Oh yes, indeed I will. Probably not today. I'm not going to need to. It's a chunk out, right? I got room for chunks and this and that. So it's a straight up climb, but that's my deal. Just a rope. I am going to recoil it up like that. So what I'm going to do is grab one tail, and I'm going to quickly just go like this. Real quick. And I'm going to recoil it to one coil, because up the tree, I don't want a double coiler. Not that it matters, but this gives me an opportunity. Yeah, you can see this thing's been burnt and roasted. And I tie for rappelling, friends, I tie just a climber's knot. That's all. Just a simple old climber's knot. Grab your rope, grab your tail, go like this, 1, 2, throw that down there and start going. Bing, bing. Your shoulders never go above your armpits, just like this. Look at, friends, 1, 2, drop, 1, 2, drop, 1, 2, drop, 1, 2, drop. If you don't want to go 1, 2, you're going like this, and you'll burn your rotator cuff out, especially if they're already roasted. Shaklank, drop that on the hook. And I pack this thing up with me, friends, because I work alone a lot. So I just pack it up with me. And then I let it go from the top. This is about 130, maybe 140 foot rope, somewhere there, I would think. Now I switch hands. Whew, completely switch hands. And I do the old armpit reach. See? It's like this, it's like that, and I go through. And I crank this through here like this. Put her between my knees so I'm not fighting with it. And I tie up the cow. But actually I don't need to do that fully because I'm tying it off my hip. So I'll just run that right through. We'll put her back here. Let's tie this belt up. Buckin's lost some weight. I like it. This thing I don't like flopping around me, so I'll tuck it in there. She's nice and tight. I'll grab this. I'll probably put this over here somewhere. Maybe this guy. I got a couple things hanging off me. I just put this here. I tie this on here. There goes Roy there. That's interesting. So I got this other little thing today I'm going to show you. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Oh yeah. Friends, this happens to me every spring. So the blood starts flowing. I know the sun is coming. The sun is coming. I feel it. My body feels better already. There's love in the air, regardless of what is going on out in the freaking world out there. Let it come, friends. Let it forth. Bring it forth. Don't muffle the love. Don't put a muzzle on your love, and don't squander the opportunity for freedom with this amount of allotted time you have. Being, if you're lucky, till about 90 years old, maybe 100. So, I don't know. I'm just in a freaking good mood. I feel like I've been kind of enlightened a little bit lately. My health is good. My strength is coming back. My shoulders, I just feel good. And I climbed these 2 trees, but this video is far too long for me to start climbing that tree right now. So get ready for it. I wanted to share some stuff with mufflers and putting those on. And don't just bolt them up and run. I'm not going to repeat myself. I just showed you in this video. I'm happy you're here. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. To any newcomers that have been here or have joined recently to the channel, And to our new members. We have a members group here, and thank you. Friends, Lukey, again, I know you've been hearing me say it. He just mailed off yesterday what I'm calling the deputy. So my axe handles, friends, the big one, the 34-inch handle, was the sheriff. The deputy is the next one. I want to give kudos to, I guess, people that have maybe rougher jobs in society's polarized internet world. I see these videos of people harassing the police. It's weird. What's your name and badge? Our world, friends, has changed so much. We need higher levels of respect. Simply intelligence is what we need in the world right now. And kindness, hear me, hear me, hear me. Kindness is intelligence. It is. It's simply intelligence. Be freaking kind to people, friends. I'm out of here. I got so much to freaking say. It was too late in the video to start freaking climbing a tree, but stay tuned for the next couple of videos coming forth. Life is very busy right now, but I'm still pounding out the content. I'm hearing that song again in my brain. Manifestation is real. It's real. We have everything inside us, friends. We have everything inside us that we need. We do. Work hard. Be honest. And be kind. I'm going to click the button here and I'm going to move on. I got to go down the street and help my old buddy out, Roy. He's about 75 years old. He's had heart conditions. That's who we cut the tree with. I'm going to grab Luke. We're going to test his new Tassie and a couple axes he's building before they go out into the world. And I'm going to help Roy with his brush. It's too much for him. I saw him struggling with it. I love you all. Work hard, be honest, and be kind. And thanks for being here and stay tuned.
This is a false crotch. Look at this. You're gonna love this.